I think clean rooms actually started in Europe, primarily because in 2018, when GDPR came in, advertisers were looking to find a way to securely connect their data with their partners, and there was no real technology available. So in 2018, 2020, you had several companies in Europe who started focusing on privacy-enhancing technologies to allow advertisers to, make sense of their data and create, partner networks. So even though it started in international markets, the adoption has been slower, just because, the clients have to understand privacy. They have to understand, the challenges, because the clean rooms don't really, all come with the same kind of capabilities. So it's a new market, so adoption has been slow. But they started here. They're here to stay, and have a bright future in the next 5 years.
How do clean rooms fit into the wider landscape for data collaboration? They're obviously a key component of this future architecture that's being built, but are they the central component, or perhaps just a feature in the future?
I think they are a feature. I think the most important part is the advertisers need to be able to create partnerships which are meaningful for their consumers, so that they can target and measure effectively. Like, that is the whole premise. And Clean Room is a technology which secures your data, but it doesn't really allow you to do the measurement, you do the analytics, etc. So you do need resources, you need partners in the identity space, you need other technology around the clean room to make sense of the collaboration that you're doing with your partners.
So I know you're great believers that clean rooms and data assets go hand in hand. Tell us a bit why you think the two belong together and are so closely intertwined.
I think an advertiser, their main objective is, first to understand what is happening with the consumer touch points, which are under their control, so owned and operated. And then they want to map the journey outside of their four walls if they are going to, influence anything outside. And in order to do so, you need to be able to partner. And because you are never ever going to have a customer 360-degree view of the consumer by your own self. So in order to better understand the consumers, in order to better create advertising campaigns, right messaging, etc., you need to understand the context, the user, and the different media partners that are available. And that is kind of why this is important.
So there are various standardization efforts underway at the moment. The IAB is leading some, there are others dotted around. Why is standardization going to be important for the future of the clean room ecosystem?
I think we try to create standards across everything. However, I think this is there has to be a standard by outcome, right? You can't really expect a retailer to function in the same way as a financial services institution, and they don't really have the same privacy constraints. They don't have the same, consent mechanisms, etc. And so, what we are really, trying to help is to create standards. Standards for retail media, for example, is a good way to help CPG brands get better access to data in a standard format, to measure in a standard way, so that the media can scale. Similarly, I think if you look at other industry verticals, you will see very similar kind of standardization happening. Saying that the clean room is going to be standard across the board, it is just not realistic, because different industries have different requirements, and so the standardization needs to happen at the industry level rather than at the technology layer level.
So final question, how do you see this space evolving during the next few years? What do you think will look most different when we're talking about clean rooms at Cannes in 2025?
I think you will have a lot more networks available. I think you're going to be having very specialized networks in the market. So we already know about the retail side. We absolutely believe there is going to be a huge travel network. So Traveler is an interesting concept which is coming along, with Marriott launching their media network not that long ago, and I think we'll see that trend. We'll see again auto innovating in this space, because they are going to get new data sets which they don't have access to today. And so what we absolutely believe is, in 2025, clean rooms are going to be at the heart of the ecosystem in order to create networks. And the more networks there are, the more powerful and unique our industry becomes. So I think that's kind of how we'll see innovation in the next 5 years.